Okay, so in the hot seat today we have Gemma. I had to think, was it Claire or Gemma? Gemma!
Yeah.
How do you say your surname?
Reshe.
Reshe.
It's Italian.
Okay. Oh, really?
My husband's Italian.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gemma has come in today. We're going to be going with the full face approach, but as we can see, you've already got filler in the face. What's happened? So Gemma, you're not very happy with the filler. Just explain briefly what's
I wanted a nice lift, a youthful lift, and she's actually put it too high. It's coming up far too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't look natural.
Yeah, and then the chin kind of just looks a bit like a ball as well. And
she's just filled it without thinking about where it needs to be.
Yeah.
She's just injected it.
I think one of the main things I say is... Yeah, one of the main things I say is when you're doing chin, it's a very artistic approach, and it takes about, a good 5-6 injection points and very small boluses to really reshape it. If you're just sticking it in and making a ball, it's not art and it doesn't look good. And what's happened with the chin here is it should never have been projected from the begonian. It never should have been touched if this wasn't going to be touched, because now by bringing this forward, you've got this sulcus which is emphasized.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right with the cheeks, because please put your head down a little. Don't do zygomatic arch projection out here when you've got an empty temple, because you have to explain to the client that's going to look even more hollow. And so what we've got here is you're making Gemma look even older by having a sulcus here, and then this comes out. So the result is starting to look a bit unnatural, and again the anatomical structure hasn't been followed here because the filler's way too high. The tear trough, with you not having your tear trough done, this looks like a dip now. So you've got too much fullness in the cheek and then a dip in the lateral canthus of your eye. So I think it's so important to use the whole face approach. If you're going to have your cheeks done, you being explained, okay, look, but this will look a little bit worse. So you have to go a bit less on the cheeks, or have you doing the tear trough. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the whole face, and hopefully the chin won't need touching because we can just smoothen it out. The temple will soften this, but you're going to get it removed, and then we can come back to me and we can address redo it. And then the big one is, tell us a story about your nose. So you always had a beautiful Roman nose, from your dad,
and then my son
from your dad,
and then my son was playing with me and he arched his back and head-butted me in the nose, and since then it's misshapen. Yeah, nice.
So it scares me having it.
Yeah.
I hear that story too many times. So it's a scary one.
So it's a bit wonky. Yeah, so isn't it?
We can see when we look at Gemma's face. It's like like I explained to you, when I look at Gemma's face, what am I drawn to? I love the beautiful bluey grey eyes, but it looks a bit tired with the dip here, and then with the nose, the light, kind of like a shadow that swoops across here. So we're just going to widen, and well, not widen, we're going to rebuild the structure here, so the dorsum and the upper lateral cartilage, and just make it straighter, and then see if we can give you a little bit of a of tip projection as well, because when we'll straighten it out, just give you a little bit of a lift from here. Not promising anything because you've got such tight cartilage and hardly any tissue, so I don't know how much we can lift it, but we'll see. But the main thing is getting it straight. I don't want to look at you front on and be drawn to the shadow that is created in yours. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good result, and then once we have your cheeks dissolved after, it will look a lot more balanced. So we'll get that sorted. Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.